Alright, let's see if this puppy's good enough here. Come on. Connect. There we go. Gonna have to look into that, because that's been having some weird, frame concerns there, but it should be okay. Oh, there's something I wanted to add to the mission command real quick. I don't remember what it was, though. There it is. Perfect. Let me just make sure everything is calibrated on my side. Yep, sound is off. Options. It is on and live. Go to my multi real quick. Vacate that, because we don't have anything on the multi today. And we'll see how things go. Adamek, you can't say that about Red Force, sir. Alright, everything appears to be calibrated just fine. We're sitting at about 118 players on the TeamSpeak right now, so we'll have about 115 playing, give or take. There's the hydrate posture check. I'm already sitting up straight, so that's A-okay. Remember, don't sit like a shrimp. And there's my sticky note ready to go for highlight writing. Alright, what's up, guys? Wee-woo here. This will be the last stream I do before I disappear for a few days. We'll be back Sunday night, late night. We will be doing a prediction once we get into map screen. I'm going to probably shoot for 15 minutes, give or take. And there it is. We're going to be parsed onto the map by now. This will be a simple 90-minute OFCRA operation. It is the same one that they tried to run a while ago. They think that they fixed it. But next week, there's some really, really cool stuff starting for OFCRA, and I will be making a video and releasing it probably Monday or Tuesday talking about it. And I'm thinking I'll put it on the main channel, because it's really cool, because, well, it gives me some power to influence the campaign, and I'm going to be very, very specific about it, but it's going to be fun. So, we'll see how all of that goes. Otherwise, mission is booting through here. Your notification isn't late, hell. It's only like 2 minutes late, man. You're totally fine. You made it here, all right? Don't you worry. All right, Forge going to the lurk station. Righto. No, there won't be any FNF tomorrow from me, because I will not be here. I'll be at something called Colossal Con. There is a resort in the middle of Pennsylvania in the Poconos Mountains called Kalahari. Every year around September, they host something called Colossal Con. There's a few different Colossal Cons that happen at these resorts, because this is just one of a few different resorts called the Kalahari. But it's basically a giant indoor water park with a lot of booze, a lot of good restaurants, and, you know, hopefully this year some good panels too. They got some SCP ones, they got a burlesque show, all of that fun jazz. So I'll be there till Sunday. I'll be leaving, and then probably coming back around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Then I'm going to be spending my evening chilling with someone. And then in the late evening, we'll probably stream some mission development. Yes, they do play Africa by Totoro all the damn time in the freaking Kalahari. It's funny. But that is how everything's going. And yes, Azariah, the queen is dead. Long live the king. I'm not into, how do I say it? It's sad that it happened, but, you know, that's part of life. She died at 96, and, you know, things happen. All right, otherwise, mission breakdown here. If you want, you can look at the exclamation point mission command. That'll give you a breakdown of how this is all working. Now. Patches, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for the resub. I hope the new computer is going well. Hope Pog is going well. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario, should you choose to stay. Otherwise, I'm going to go into the breakdown of this scenario here and let you know how everything is. So both sides, we have SAS on Blue 4. Op 4 is going to be Canadian forces. You know what? I might as well just put the prediction up, too. Give me 1 second. Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
Achoo.
All right, so blue 4. And then op 4. That should be good. We'll set it for 15 minutes. I think by then we should be able to parse through here. Do I want to bump it to 20? Here, let me ask. Let me see if I even get a response. I'll wait 30 seconds and I'll put it up. But just so I know whether or not to put it as 15 or 20 minutes. Even then, there's going to be some transition time, so 15 minutes isn't... Yeah, fuck it, we'll do 20 minutes. They did move the spawn point closer, so we'll see how all that goes. But as a thanks to a 28-month resub as well. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And Zam, which Kalahari, the one in Texas, I forget which one it is or where it is on the West Coast, or the one in Pennsylvania, if you don't mind me asking. But anyway, as he answers that, let me do a quick breakdown of the objectives here. So Op 4 used to spawn all the way over here. They've moved Op 4 spawn to be closer this time around. Blue 4, I believe, are spawning around Stanley House again, but they might have moved everyone around because they did some hot fixes of this version to hopefully prevent it from crashing again. But otherwise, here is how the point breakdown is going to work. Wireless Ridge is the first objective. Whoever controls that by the end of the first 45 minutes, Blue 4 or Op 4, basically whoever has more people in the zone will gain 4 points. And then Mount Kent and Tumbleton are both for the 70-minute mark, and each one is worth 3 points. And then the Stanley House is worth 4 points by the end of the mission. And then if Blue 4, basic supremacy bonus, if Blue 4 kills all but 5 or less Op 4, how do I word this properly? If Blue 4 has 5 or less players by the end of the mission, Op 4 gains 2 points. And if Op 4 has 5 or less players, Blue 4 gains 2 points. Again, by the end of the round. So you have a 45-minute objective deadline for here that's worth 4 points. These two are 70 minutes that are worth 3 points. And then Stanley is worth 4 points by the end of the mission. So a grand total of, let me do some math in my head real quick, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. A grand total of 16 points can be won by either side if they get a perfect score. So we'll see how things go. There's another hydrate. Thank you, Ilbanek. The plugin's working, buddy. I found where it is in my computer. It wasn't in the local file path under users. It was in the roaming file path, but still under my user profile. So I don't know why it was in there, but that's where the plugin folder is for it, but not my actual TFAR or TeamSpeak data. It's in the fucking other one. Yeah, so, Ilbanek, if you don't mind, because I don't know how, can you rename it so I can have it named a different version than the TFAR, like the actual TFAR beta plugin? Because that's why I was having another issue. I didn't realize they were both named the same, so they were overwriting each other when I would download yours. I think it's just a simple matter of renaming the file, and if it is, just let me know. But I don't want to rename it and then break everything because I don't trust myself at all with that. But anyway, again, starting next week, we will have some... All right, thanks, Ilbanek. Need to do more testing? Righto. Well, I mean, I have my TFAR gray axed right now. We're running yours so I can hear people locally, so should be A-okay. Might be an official update soon anyway. Nice. But otherwise, yeah, starting next week, OFCRA will be doing a campaign. And again, you guys are going to want to watch because we actually get to influence that campaign. Now, I say we in this context of you can help me choose the influencing, but ultimately it will be my decision. I've just been asked to make sure that it's not solely your decision. And I've given them that guarantee. But we've got some really cool stuff. And again, we'll probably release a video on the main channel talking about it Monday or Tuesday. So just some very interesting things that are coming up here. How do you join this as a thing? Patches, if you do !OFCRA, you'll get into their Discord and you can see through their Discord how to do it.
We think chat.
And you can also come in as a solo player, or you could potentially get POG registered to play. I will say, though, we have some pretty badasses in this community that would tear people apart. But we'll have to see how all that goes. Anyway, Commodore, how are you doing, my man? We haven't gotten past the map screen yet. We will soon. We're just hyping up everybody and placing bets down. So far, we've got 11.7K to 53.2K for Blue 4 to Op 4, respectively. But nonetheless, thanks for your resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this PvP stream. And again, this will be the last one till I take a few days off. Let me see if Zam replied real quick. Somewhere in Wisconsin? Yeah, I think that's where the West Coast one might be, but there might be a fourth. I actually don't know. I only keep up with the one around me. So, SAS, here's the deal, guys. This is also a nighttime fight. I believe Blue 4 is suppressed, but I could be wrong. I remember them being suppressed in the previous version of this before it, crashed twice. So, we'll see if those suppressors do them any good. I'd love to see that make a change, but we'll see how everything goes on there. Stealth fight. Yeah, I mean, this is a nighttime stealth fight, and it's going to be really, really cool. Oh, yes, Ilbanek, you probably do need... Ilbanek, my man, you gotta go listen to your plan, sir. All right, man, have fun. And again, as a reminder, if anyone is playing the operation, you are free to watch until we get into the actual game, but once this screen turns and we get into the actual server, I gotta kick you off, because then I have to report you to NASA or Manschult, and then I have to yell at you, probably ban you, so let's not do that, all right? If you die, though, feel free to come back. You are more than welcome to come back here once you die. Just make sure you don't send any information you see on the stream to your buddies. But at that point, you're also still in the damn server, so... Whew. Anyway, we have Manschult pushing us forward, so we'll be starting to go everything through here. Dang, getting reported to NASA. Yeah, right. Oh, God. That is the sound of everyone getting moved to the TFAR channel. And as you can hear, it's a very interesting sound. So this was the old spawn point for OFCRA. They have been moved around. That was a choking narwhal, Don, believe it or not. But anyway, here is the OFCRA side. The Canadians, they have 2 transport Vics. They look similarly to 113s. I actually am unfamiliar with the designation. Is this a Bulldog? It's been a while since I've looked at British and Canadian vehicles, but we have a lot of FN mags tied to these, which are 7.62x51 medium machine guns here. That's a lot of them, actually. Holy crap. So you got all of those, and you got a bunch of transports. Their kit weaponry appears to be those, what are they, Car 15s? I completely forget what the exact designation of the Canadian 5.56 rifle is, but they all appear to have magnified optics on them in the form of some sort of, I don't know that it's, I guess technically an ACOG, but again, I do not remember the proper term, so please pardon me on that. We see some AT4s in play here. Is it? It might be the C8. Again, I honestly do not remember. Hey, Patches, you always gotta jump back in, man. I don't know, I'll try to register POG because right now our only good players are in TSP POG. That's fair, man. Again, feel free. Just, it's all about having fun. We got some night vision scopes on some SCARs for some marksmen. We got some 203 systems on these 5.56 rifles. I saw a bigger gun over here. And you can hear them all locally. And you got lasers on as well, because again, this is a night fight. Yeah, so I think I might have seen the SCAR. So that's NASA. I can tell by his damn voice. It's so recognizable. But he's giving orders here. And let's go ahead and look at Blue 4, and then I'll do a breakdown of both sides here. So here are SAS. They got some 50 cals with some shields and some holographic sights on them. You got an multiple MRZR transports, some spotlights. I always get it confused. It's either Coyote or the Dingo. I don't remember the name for this one specifically, but it's got that FN mag. It's got a 50 cal with an ACOG. That ACOG is really, really important because that gives the players the range to properly scope the weapon and actually engage targets from far off and do some serious damage. And you got 2 of those vehicles and then some transports in the back. Otherwise, with these guys being SAS, they're going to have M4-based platforms. We got an L85, I believe, with a night scope with it. We got some 230 scopes on all their weaponry. Match starts in 5 minutes. Got some polar mags on their magazines, which are those little polar tabs there to help take them out a little easier. And then you see the suppressors all screwed onto their weapons, too. And then you got some 203 systems as well. So it's basically just a 5.56 mirror match. And then you also have this night vision scope. Looks like they've made this into a marksman rifle here, but they took the suppressors off. But that is still a 5.56 caliber there. All right, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and do a quick breakdown of our roster here. Leading blue 4 is Lolo. You know, yeah, so there's 2 Lolos now. There's double L Lolo and single L Lolo. Single L Lolo is the guy we see in TSB and Friday Night Fights. Double L Lolo is the guy we see exclusively, I guess not exclusively anymore in OFCRA, because there's multiple Lolos now. So CSF Lolo, who we see all the time, is going to be leading blue 4. His first squad has FAWR in it with Nannard, Ethan Price, Baku, Kays, and Micavrat. We got Squadron 3 having Black Eye, Templar, Stalker, and Calc. We got Squadron 5 with Leziak, Bile, Desk Keeper, and Yuru. Squadron 6 has Kerrigan White, Michael, Combs, Javier, Angel, and Mike. Adamek leading S Squadron 1 with Settler, Kratz, Kuwait, Skipu, Dejanamon, Anderson, Yigi, Vex, and Depso. Real quick, I want to scroll in and see if the S means suppressed. Nope, they're all suppressed. Okay, just making sure. And there's another Hydrates. I will take care of that real quick. Vix does get a kick every time one of you says Hydrate or Die Straight, and I send her a picture of it. Though she was flattered by the other one that went a little ham with it by adding additional titles to her name, and I'm going to be honest, that was pretty funny too. Otherwise, going through the rest of Blue 4, we got Sir Magicosaurus leading Thomas, Stefan, Ivan, William, Police, and Prince Harry. Squadron 3 here has Black, Daweed, Dislike, and Blazis, excuse me. Newton leading Heartseer, Robert Weegold, my bad, Raposo, and Rodrig under 4. Reserves have some solo players in it, such as Oliver, Eol, Lewis, and Kajonovic, which might have all grouped up. And then you got Shy leading Squadron 5 with Principal, Lolo, Sam, Olaf, and Seismo, names we see from Friday Night Fights. Now, going over on the OPFOR side, we have the following people. Flip for Flap is going to be leading OPFOR, another classic name we see in OFCRA, especially on the leadership side. We got David AF leading Bermejo, Zint, Monica, and Angostad. We've got Squadron 2 being led by Arnau, with Teru, Carlitos, and Ardriwi. And as you heard them speaking, yes, there are cigarettes that they can light, and it will illuminate their face, and they will probably get sniped if they light them up in the AO, which would be really funny to see. But otherwise, we have Assault Squad 3, Bishops leading Steiner, Mireille? I'm going to go with Mireille. Fishy, Boris, Survivor, and Stefan, as well as Tom Hunter and Nyar. Interesting. TK Lama leading Red Rifle 1 with Ziki, who I always claim is the best player within OFCRA. Aja, Layden, Sixor, and Mafo. Jonathan leading Red Rifle 2 with Manchote, head honcho of the OFCRA branch. Tackle, Murdy, Rizbo, Shadow, Rick Hunter, and Boko. NASA leading Squad 4 with Wombat, Ash, and Shay. Pogo _ leading Support Group 1 with Barros, Dennis, Roland, Kilo, Cheeseburger, Ezio, and Kokilida. That's it. Really powerful group of players right there, I will also say. And then we have Roy DeCamper leading Ezio, fan favorite, Nubas, PHK, Lemur, and Rigel together. And then Ilvanek leading Mantuni, Brewer, Joda, Devil Dog, and Beast. Another good team right there. Honestly, all 3 of these teams are pretty freaking good in my opinion. So I would say in terms of players, it's really hard for me to pick favorites, guys, because all of these guys are usually on the upper end for really, really good players and making great things. So we'll just have to see how all that goes. 1 second. All right, I'm managing a lot of conversations as well on the side. I do apologize, you know, some people that I enjoy the attention of. We have... I've never seen a transport truck that looks like this. It's literally a flatbed with seats. Is this a thing?
Are we following something?
No, I'll give you my...
That's weird. What are the medical statuses? So, I think they have a squad, a medic in every squad, and they're the only ones that can, like, blood bag and do all the fancy stuff. I don't know the exact rules of their medicing, but I also know that if they lose their medic, they're generally screwed. This is 1 life, yes. All of the PvP I've covered to date has been one life with a few exceptions, which I call out. AFI might also have some exceptions, which I'm sorry I wasn't able to cover last week. I set up for the Ron event to cover, and I had the completely Ron mod set, and they do things through their own customized version of ArmaSync. So I can't just click a button like I do any other community and immediately have the new mod set ready to go. I have to resync the mods. So that's on me. You feel like you bet on the Ron team? Hey, Pokey, it's fine, man. I'm going to be honest, OFCRA goes back and forth a lot in the matches. So we've had a lot of close ones. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, betting is still live. The round has started. The first fight is going to be for Wireless Ridge, worth 4 points by the 40-minute mark. We see Op4 already starting to move out. Blue 4 is doing a heavy move out here as well. And otherwise, it's just going to take a lot of momentum to get all the forces out there. It looks like they're bringing all of their armed Vics here. These, again, I'm going to call them Bulldogs, but I could be wrong here. And then we have Blue 4. What have they taken here? They've taken both of the 50 cals. They've taken both of those dingoes, or they might be called something else, and then a lot of their transport as well. They've left their spotlights, though. We see some drop stuff on the ground as well, but otherwise nothing too heavy here. So we'll just have to see how they set up their defensive play. Blue 4 might completely forego Wireless Ridge because of how close Op 4's spawn is, but we'll just have to see how all these forces deploy. They are Bulldogs? Yep. All right, I still got that right. I don't have the ability to spawn in goats, guys. I'm sorry to say. So how these capture points work is it's literally just whoever is there by the certain amount of time at the end. So I believe it was an 8-minute till safe start. So at the 48-minute mark, we will see Wireless Ridge get calculated. We'll see some pop-ups, I believe, down here. And then at the 78-minute mark, we'll see these two. And then at the 98-minute mark, because it's a 90-minute match, we'll see the final tally and then a breakdown of who actually wins. Another hydrate. You got it. But if I were to give an advantage, I'm going to be honest, we have a team with all suppressors on defense, and then another team with a pretty significant number advantage. I'm going to calculate real quick how many. Yeah, so we got that. Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Interesting. The number count is almost even. If not, it's actually slightly leaning on Blue 4. Interesting. Usually the attackers get the number advantage. Am I? Yeah, so down to Thomas. And then we got about this much remaining, which is literally a little over half a page. Now we go to Op4s. And I'll click on Wombat. And again, we have roughly half a page. Interesting. So it's an even fight. Neat. Coffee or tea? With me specifically, I drink tea casually. But I drink coffee when I need to stay up late and do stuff. I do think, though, I drink more coffee than tea on average, simply because, well, I got to get a lot done. It must be adjusting for friendly fire. Okay, so the reason Zam brings that up is because last week for OFCRA, we saw some of the most heinous acts of friendly fire in OFCRA. Not just once, not just twice, but on like 6 or 7 different occasions from different groups of people. It was an absolute clusterfuck. Absolute mess. A lot of deaths. I think there were like 11 confirmed deaths to friendly fire, and that match literally went down to like a 1v... What, like a 1v3? Yeah, it was 1v3 by the end of it. So had those activities of friendly fire not happened, it's quite possible that the team that lost could have won because of all that friendly fire. It was just that much of a freaking mess, which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Oh, my freaking internet just reset. That's a little suspicious. Okay, let's see. So Blue 4 is not really... They are sending stuff to the Wireless Ridge, but... I mean, Op 4 is also being a bit slow. They've got one group coming up here as well. That should be fine. And then OBS had an update. I'm happy it didn't break anything on that front either. Good God, that would have been a mess. All right, so OPFOR, we're seeing some vehicles starting to form up over here. Some on the MSR, some off to the side. But it looks like they were going to form up on the SSR here, but now they're coming to the MSR instead. We've got this other major group, 2 transport trucks coming in here with only a small amount of guys. But this is Zicky's group. This is an elite squad right here. No! Oh my God. Thank God for shitty physics in this game. So this is literally just some rifle squads coming down. Looks like they're going off to the side though. Maybe because they don't want to risk driving up here where Blue 4 might have set up some stuff, so they might go on foot. This might give Blue 4 some time to rush in their MRZRs and actually get forces on Wireless Ridge here. I'm going to be honest, this AO is a really difficult one to hold.
Have you heard the Queen's last proclamation?
Yep.
She's dead.
I know, Zeus. That information is indeed spreading like wildfire. But what can you do? By the way, real quick, these things right here indicate the border of... Oh my God! They armored! Oh. Zeus, thanks for the 23-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. Damn it, I took my eyes off of them for 1 second. So basically the bottom Vic rammed into the front Vic and killed everyone. Let's look at casualties. We have 1 full group of dead people. And I'm looking for the other group right now. This group is all still alive, thankfully. We might see these guys get respawned, or they'll be told to join auxiliary slots to respawn, but that is unfortunate because it slows down this group. I said the other group was the elite group, not this group. But, I mean, this happens. By the way, someone asked earlier if they heard Czech. Yes, you will hear Czech. You'll hear French. You'll hear Polish. You'll hear a bit of Spanish. And you'll also hear English. And then a little bit of what they call British. It's a weird language, I know, but OFCRA is a multilingual meetup. So that's lights kicked down. That's going to weaken the Wireless Ridge defense here. You got these other guys on the hill as well right there. And then some more forces coming around probably to hold the high ground on Wireless Ridge here as OPFOR is maneuvering their forces down right here. Woo! So patches, I know FNF now respawns you if you get armored in their PvP events. OFCRA, they have a similar system. FNF, though, if you crash out, you're screwed. But OFCRA, they have a system where if you crash out, an AI takes your unit and acts as an AI. But if you come back, you then replace the AI. But if your AI guy gets killed, then you aren't able to come back. Which I think is more than fair because, you know, there needs to be some sort of representation of yourself there. But that's all, that's all fine. What can you do, you know? So we have OPFOR basically separating into 2 groups here. We got 1 force coming to creep around. I think these guys are going to probably go down for Mount Kent. And then the other group is going to try to attack Wireless Ridge. Blue 4 has been set up here to hold a massive line to see where OPFOR is going to try to prod their forces. And they've made this nice defensive line right here with a forward position here to see if they can spot anything coming around. The issue with this is going to put a lot of Blue 4 forces out of position. So that by the time the first 40 minutes pass and there's a fight for these 2 positions, OPFOR could potentially bypass this one and just go right for the final objective. But you got these infantry scouting ahead, but if the vehicles overtake, then the infantry's early dismount would be a little pointless, in my opinion. Thankfully, we don't have any locked vehicles. Usually that's reserved for Vics with autocannons or helicopters or stuff. I got these forces coming in. But basically, since they moved the spawn a bit closer, I'd imagine that combat's going to begin a lot quicker. We're only technically 10 minutes into the round, 30 more minutes to decide who gets the points on Wireless Ridge, but it's looking like it's going to be OPFOR. Now, one of the strategies Blue 4 could be going for here is by sending all these teams out and about like this. They can easily come around and then engage and encircle this half force of OPFOR here, since they seem to be doing two separate attacks. Also, it's important to note that both of those dingoes, again, I think they're dingoes, with those magnified 50 cals, can do a lot of damage if they set up on a hill and start sniping people.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Monadic, thanks for the 62-month resub.
Again now, I suppose.
For King and Country now and again, because, yeah. Monadic, thanks to the 62-month resub. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. You know, I find this interesting, because OPFOR has literally just rushed a group right in. You know what I mean? And you got one guy all the way back there on foot. That's cute. But they're just kind of testing the waters here to see if they're immediately engaged, and they're not. So OPFOR is going to be a little less cautious coming in since that first Vic did not take fire. Notice how they only sent that Vic up and left all the other ones behind. Don't know if that was just that one Vic jumping the gun or if they were just sending a unit down to check things out. I think it was just them jumping the gun there because they have all their guys mounted up in there. So that's a bit of a ballsy move, but we'll have to see how things go. And yes, Monadic, he's been one of the OG guys. I mean, there's a reason he's one of my moderators. He's been here, that's what, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, a little over 5 years, because this channel did start in 2016, believe it or not. I have been working this job for over 5 years, and I have never regretted it. And yes, Don, you have also been here for a while too, I know. Same with Tootie. Tootie would be the longest one, but his old account got hacked, so his chain got broken. Which is a shame. And you know, it is quite possible they failed at the map reading too, so anything's possible. Ah, Justy, I appreciate it. I just hope you all keep enjoying everything, man. So we have this other OPFOR force deploying right here. They're going to go take Mount Kent, and I swear they're just going to go right into Stanley House by the end. So I'm a little worried about Blue 4. I think they can encircle and defeat both of these groups, but if they fail to do that, OPFOR is going to be able to sneak right under their nose and play the objectives here. So it's a little worrisome. But now we just need to kind of keep our camera over here to see where OPFOR decides to deploy and move in, where Blue 4 continues to come around on, and I think the first bit of combat's going to be in this area, because I don't really see how this group is going to be engaged unless Blue 4 decides to send something over last minute. But I'm a little worried about how Blue 4's also done things here too, because they're very spread out. Granted, this will let them then attack and potentially surround an OPFOR push, but they got to be careful they're not defeating themselves in detail here if they just send individual groups into a large horde of enemies one at a time. And that's the fear here. Now, don't get me wrong, it is funny to watch a bunch of people get slaughtered. I know you guys really like it, but, you know, we gotta hold it out for the guys. Or we might just see S Squadron 3 here just massacre everything that comes towards it. And then we can claim it's an Adriato event. Back in my day, shut up, Zam. That was when we were starting out. I never thought we'd get this far, all right? I thought this would just be something fun we do in college, and then I'd go get a cushy cybersecurity job, all right? And now here we freaking are. Too big to fail at this point.
Send in Goat Team 6
Oh, no.
now.
Mod, you have any idea how pissed off he's gonna be? Oh, no. All right, so Moxie Bryn, he's been he's been here for a long time. He has the highest, one of the highest subs going for, if not actually the highest sub going for gifted subs, because he keeps wanting to be released from the gift sub, and Mod Addict and other people keep torturing him about it too. Is that the right account? Oh God, Mod, did you just give it to the... I hope it is. Oh my God, did you just give 6 of them to the wrong freaking account? That's even funnier, because I can't refund that for you. No, it's not the right account, I think. Oh my god, mod. You crazy, crazy bastard. Alright, real quick, I want to look over at Blue 4 here. I want to listen to their local comms.
Na tym skrzyżowaniu.
I can't understand what they're saying, but they are definitely lasering positions here. And we got some shots going off. That is S Squadron 3 engaging Red Assault 3 there. That was a single tracer. I don't know if that was a blind fire or what. That is Black right here firing with his L85. He said on the crossroads? Yeah, so I figured based off of where Blue 4 was all lined up, they were talking. But the crossroads would be right here. And yep, so they called that out, and then this group started engaging. Yeah, so this is a scope, and then it has the night vision part on it. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it. Ah, we do. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. I love that. You rarely see these types of scopes anywhere in Arma because they're for night vision stuff only. Modadex, no way. He disabled his ability to receive gift subs? That's funny. And yes, night vision is very green. Alright, so we got NASA here giving orders.
God. Too soon, man. Too soon.
Hey, this
I
made
got
a
Shay,
Queen is
no,
dead
no,
joke.
no,
Of course they did.
Sniper fire at the checks. I haven't got you, Ash. Where are you at? I see Shay. I see you. Your source? Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff.
Jeff, you should just stay here. You're fine. You're a medic.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, we got
getting hugged by everybody else. You're lucky.
Alright, lads, we're gonna push west, southwest, bearing 240. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're calling out, they're getting engaged. You just saw him stop because a shot came up. They've got the APCs back here ready to support their advance. Bishop just called that they were being engaged. Oh god, now they're all firing. You can see they're firing tracer rounds, though. You got the colored line right here, for example, which is my vision of it, so I can trace the shots, but they're actually using tracers against each other. And I don't have a multi available today, guys. I'm sorry. Animate City Milk, how are you doing? I still can't believe you got away with that name. Layden. Oh, shit. Layden's going for the frickin' close sucker punch here. You hear those suppress shots firing as well. And Zam, oh, I've been thinking about that all day, to be perfectly honest. Well, not all day, but the past hour and a half. That's a bad joke. So you got all these suppress shots coming up. They're trying to fire at the window right here where they spotted Op4 coming down. So they're pulling back here. Checking the map vision. We've got a group that's deployed behind this group. This is what I was calling out. They're going to try to encircle this force and eliminate them. Meanwhile, the other Op4 force is going to be cautious on moving up to Mount Kent, thinking that it might be a entrenched enemy position because it is an objective. So we have some more Op4 coming along this ridge. We'll see how close these Blue 4 guys get. I think those two 50 cal Vics, if positioned right, will do a really, really good job, but it's all about the positioning. If they get some good eyes on with those ACOG 50 cals, they will start sniping people. And you got to consider this, guys. It's literally a 50 cal sniper rifle at that point with no recoil, which means you don't have to accommodate for a second follow-up shot. You don't have to reline the gun. You can just pull the trigger, and it's going to hit accurately. And that is a very, very nasty piece of equipment to work with, which is why I always call it out, because in OFCRA, it does make the difference. I've seen plenty of double-digit kill streaks with it. Yeah, with full auto. So you got Layden down here. He appears to be engaging punches here. He's calling out that he's being engaged. Oh, but he gets headshotted. Great random spray by Layden there. Getting the lucky headshot. Cutting off as he was communicating. Oh, that sucks. You got these guys going in there. They do have their night... Actually, no, they have their night vision up because you would see it, and these don't have built-in night vision optics. So he's just looking from the regular vision there, and they're just trying to scope out what they see from here.
Dym poleciał jakiś. To nasz dym?
Nie, ich gości strzeliliśmy.
All right. Talking about whose smoke it is? Well, yeah, it's definitely OFCRA's, but they're the only group in here, which would mean that's clearly not theirs. Hydrator, die straight. 1 second. Yeah, so they are considering pulling back here. They probably have a vehicle stashed away somewhere over here, and we will just have to see where all that goes. I'll go ahead and hydrate here, but you see some Hunt IR rounds up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think both sides have Hunt IR capability. Based off of the positioning, though, it could have been this forward element, or it could be these guys down here. I'm trying to look and see where the team leader is right now. It could possibly be his because he's holding in place right there, but again, it's hard to tell. Oh my god. Yeah, so he's only got iron sights, but they spotted. That is literally 2 kilometers away. That's incredible. Now they're on the 50 cal trying to fire it back, but again, that only has a holographic sight, so you only got that red dot to work with it there. Oh my god. Did he actually knock someone out with it? Holy shit! 2 kilometers away, and he actually knocked Wombat out. That's incredible. That just goes to show you how effective 50 cal is. What's really funny is he might be trying to line up to hit this Vic. Those rounds might have fallen short, and he might have still hit Wombat on accident. Because with the 50 cal, you'd probably be trying to prioritize the vehicles, but a 2 kilometer knockout shot. Who's on that 50 cal gun? Newton, you either have incredibly good aim, or you are just one lucky son of a bitch. Maybe they radioed the Hunt IR? I don't think they were engaged in the Hunt IR, though, because that 50 cal was merely reacting based off of the Bulldog shooting. But Wombat might not wake back up on his own because that was 50 cal, and the closest medic is all the way down here. Maybe 6-4 can stabilize, but that is awesome. Yeah, the 50 cal. It does not care who it hits, but if it hits, good God. GL coming in between Layden and Aja here. And they're still starting to move down here real quick. My bad for switching those visions. We do have another Vic coming around right here, this Blue 4 line. I'm wondering if they have any AT capability. They do. We see an AT4 stick right there. Any one of my translators here can tell me if they hear that Vic and they're concerned about it. But not 4, otherwise they're on top of Mount Kent right here. They got these 2 forces back here, possibly as Vanguard. So Blue 4 is just going to forego that objective. I just heard some AT land over here. I don't hear any vehicles cooking off, so I don't think they're good here. But yeah, you got that, you have this 762 by 51 trying to get up top that hill, but it's landing hundreds of meters short and about honestly, 100 meters low. It just doesn't have the muzzle energy to carry itself that far. Otherwise, these 4 Blue 4 guys remaining are slowly pulling back south. OFCRA is going to have control of this area as they're starting to take light GL fire. And you'll probably just see them continue to pull away. But they're trying to set up this flanking attack right here. And it could pay off. The Dingoes would have to probably move over here to utilize those scoped 50 cals. But, I mean, you got these Bulldogs laying in wait. So now it's just another maneuvering game. This Blue 4 group's laying low. You got these Blue 4 groups out in the left flank here as well. And then otherwise, you got these defensive lines starting. I'm going to quickly look over at some of these Blue 4 guys, see if they spot anything on mounts. I believe that's Kent over there, right? Yep. It's quite possible they do not. And again, when I look into their visions like that, it takes me off of night vision. Usually to whatever vision they're on, so if you notice he doesn't have his NVGs on, which is why it switches it off, because I meant to spectate them in the vision mode that they're using. That's at least how that button works. So you got these 4 guys pulling back. You got even more long-range shots going here. I'm waiting to see what this Blue 4 group does, because a rear attack with Op 4 all kind of staggered around could do really, really well. They could ambush and potentially eliminate the Bulldogs that are up here with no infantry support. But again, it's just going to be a bit of a hold. You got these 2 Op 4 guys being incredibly aggressive. It's still Layden and Mafo, excuse me. But it looks like these 4 Blue 4, they've turned around, ready to engage any stragglers that try to follow them, get some licks in before they continue to pull south. And I think Blue 4's next objective is then going to be to hold Mount Tumbledown, because I don't see them trying to touch Ken. You know, every time I say Ken, I think of the freaking Barbie doll Ken, you know? So saying things like touch Ken, I don't think that really resonates well. Op 4, I do agree. They're doing a really good plan right now. We got to see how Blue 4 counters. And it looks like these 3 guys did not choose to get respawned. I don't see them under the extras group, under reserves. So that is unfortunate. Their event has ended. We also have Punchas, as he was the guy randomly headshotted. Op 4 have had no KIAs. Also, interestingly enough, hold up. Look at this.
Plus oder minus? Wir sind höher, das heißt,
Someone want to translate?
ich bleib ohne Korrekturen.
They have a mortar. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though, if they're fighting in a position like this. It's probably why they've been deployed out. So, why you see these Op 4 groups out here, for example, they set up that mortar to engage Mount Kemp. That's also why Blue 4 is not putting things directly on these positions, because they might just get hit with mortars. Because he's stressed, he says.
Because?
I'm already marking enemies start attacking positions.
Because Roland is doing math.
Because Roland's doing math for his mortar. Ah, the mix of English and something else. Meanwhile, you got these 4 Blue 4 guys down here. They're staying low, and an AT4 fires in their position by Aja. And now he's taking friendly fire. It started. It started again. Who is this? This is Brewer. Oh, Brewer. Hold on. Say something again. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Oh, my God. Night Hunter. I will hydrate. All right. So I think you realize that that was a friendly right there. Aja didn't really get phased by those shots. And I think they're still tracking. They're doing a little bandaging down here.
Albo będziemy próbować coś zrobić, albo nas wystrzelają w plecy zaraz, no.
Translators, go.
No, misja samobójcza, no ale to chyba najlepsze rozwiązanie w tej chwili.
Ale jeszcze są inne obiektywy.
Tak, tylko HQ w tym momencie ciśnie do nas przynajmniej 2 oddziały i chcą, żebyśmy to puszowali i tak.
No ale a powiedziałeś, że jesteśmy w 4?
Tak, powiedziałem.
Dobra, nie, idziemy do tych budynków.
You cannot translate. Oh, well. Throw my Polish Pokeball? If it was French, I'd be able to translate, but I don't think it was French. I think... I've already called checkout as French once, and I got yelled at by some of the Czech players. I'm like, I don't know, I'm sorry, it sounded like French. So I don't try to translate anymore. Got some more 50 cal shots. They're landing over here. Landing short.
Oh yeah, I do.
I think they just realized they were under fire.
Okay, just scoot the fuck out.
I mean, that just goes to show you guys, though, just because one group starts engaging another doesn't mean that the group being engaged will even notice it's being engaged at first. It takes a second to react. You wrote what they said? HQ send 2 squads to us, but they want us to engage. Are you kidding me? Wait, so they want that 4-man team to engage this force coming down? And HQ's gonna send 2 squads. Oh my god. I guess it makes sense, because if this group gets attacked from the left flank, the right flank, and the front, that'll really help bottle them in. But it's not that exact order. It's, you know, top left, top right, bottom. But still. Yes, this is supposed to be a Falklands training. No, my bad. No. I completely... My brain thought the Falklands were in Scotland. No, this is just meant to be a random training match in Scotland between the Canadian military and the British SAS. My brain completely forgot about the Falklands being close to Argentina for a half second, so I apologize for misspeaking. Yeah, so you still got Op Force slowly trying to come down here. But it's interesting, you got these 2 dingoes coming in here. And they are full of infantry here, so they might try to get close and try to snipe OPFOR on the rear. The points will be calculated at the 48-minute mark because of those safe start point times as well. So they still got 8 minutes to make a potentially devastating mood here. Yes, that was a suicide mission, but they have to do something. Yeah. And they've got some assets supporting them here and there. We have another Bulldog, though.
910, 910.
Oh, I don't think I can reach that far.
It's fine, set it. Oh, shit, set it meters.
Well, I'll just put it into the red zone and see what happens. Firing!
We can track the round. It's going to be short. That was way short. They got to move closer, but they can. Did they hear it? Yeah, Jackal, it just doesn't interest me. But I hope you're having fun here too, man. So I don't know what he said. Translators, feel free to go at it, but they might have just reported the motor file. Goats!
I can review again.
So I think they're setting up because they heard an explosion over there, not realizing that it was hostile. And again, I can't set up goats, guys. We got Blue 4's leader, Lolo, over here, double L. Oh, hold up. Let's see if we can have a listen here, because he will be coordinating everything. All I could make out was he said something about getting people to vehicles. So, all right, we got Blue 4 counterattacking with those 2 dingo groups here. Did they ditch the dingoes, though? They're going in on foot? No! Those are some of your most powerful assets because they have range 50. Why would you Oh, that hurts my heart. Why would you just dismount your most powerful asset? Put those on a hill and just snipe people with them. Oh, I get the terrain's bad, but then just have a different group engage. Oh, it hurts. Because you could still have those 50 cals up here, and they can have great eyes on this entire AO from up here. And then if you need to, just pull them back into the tree line and you're good. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I get why they did it, because that's a really risky idea, and it means they'll also have to, you know, have 4 people drive them, but an asset like that, I mean, that's just screaming to be used, right? Pokey Bam Bam. That's a funny name. Now, Jackal, let me set the record straight, though. If they didn't have those scopes on them, I would agree with that decision, because it's nighttime, you're relying on iron sights with your night visions, that's going to be hellish. But because they have that ACOG, and I know that ACOG is night vision compatible, that's just a really big wasted asset, in my opinion. And then Blue 4's just scanning around here. Most of Op 4's come down. They're leaving a good chunk of forces in this AO.
I haven't marked the enemy target yet.
So they're talking about getting things marked. They're looking around. They do see a light source up there. That's some random spotlights turned on by vehicles, but now you have this Blue 4 group coming back as well. That's another mortar that was fired. I don't know where it landed, but Blue 4 might be honing in on the sound of the mortars being launched. Meanwhile, down here, we're down to 3 Blue 4 guys. One of them got killed. That was Black back here. He got sniped by something. You got more rounds coming up here that appears to be Smoker Willie Pete, but Blue 4 is honing in on that mortar position. They might not know that it's right up there, actually. They're just sweeping the forest down here. Oh, man. So we'll see if they adjust. They might not even think to look up here, though.
Okay, PHK, are you ready to die?
No. And I don't think Liru is either because he went to hide in a pine tree.
So I think they just asked if they're ready to die, and now they're just going to potentially go charge that position. Newton might have been the guy on the 50 cal that got credited with killing, what's-his-face, Wombat. Yeah, because I don't see any other skulls down. So we just called out that Vic. Oh, it's amazing. So the SAS guys are like, what the hell? So they're gonna try to potentially go track that vehicle down. But they're gonna just charge that previous position, or maybe do an early dismount. But I've noticed OPFOR's done a lot of charging here. Now looking back over here, you got Joda over here. He's looking north though, which indicates he might have heard something coming around. You got Brewer all turning around. All right, so OPFOR knows there's stuff behind them at this point. They're still relatively exposed though.
Enemy contact, MG Juliet.
Ah, he just spotted that. Not sure if he got anyone, but he definitely saw Vexen. So now OPFOR is going to start engaging forces to their rear. This group, no, it's this group that's driving up by that group, Blue 4, that are now trying to track them back. And you still got OPFOR all poised around there. Points are going to be calculated in 2.5 minutes, and it looks like that 4-man Blue 4 team was eliminated. Zicky's group charged in. They lost Mafo, who has a -1, which indicates he friendly fired someone, which is concerning. Because I don't see any other skulls, so who did he friendly fire? Layden got 3 of those kills. I mean, he's been the really aggressive one, kind of pulling a Falcon in some instances. Who's winning? It's too early to call. So far, OPFOR has been doing some good stuff, but Blue 4 have another squad coming along the rear. They came from a different spot, but yeah, all Blue 4 is now pulling back those two, to those two vehicles there. Now you got the Bulldog on their position. It might now move south, but phase 2 is going to be OPFOR moving to this position, and then they continue to hold that position as well. You know, it is quite possible Mafo blew himself up with a grenade. You're absolutely right. He might have just bad fragged himself and just killed himself on accident because there's no other skulls here, so that's funny. That's funny. All right, so Joda, he's putting some GLs up here. He's got a few stragglers still running around up here, but most of Blue 4 is trying to pull back to their vehicles instead. They were just trying to find a weakness to get behind and potentially ambush some OPFOR elements here, but just didn't bear fruit there, unfortunately. So this means that early game isn't going to really be too much. We're going to have to see a lot of stuff in mid and late game. AT4 is being fired up there. I lost track of that GL. And then we still have this one guy. Ezio has been running on foot back here. That's brilliant. Ah, so it was a Hunt IR round fired by OPFOR. So that might have been fired. Nope, so NASA's looking up. I'm trying to find the guy that's just in his inventory right now, potentially tracking that round. Wasn't Ilbanek because I don't see a launcher on him. So these guys have regrouped. They've pushed around. They brought the dingoes up here. Hentai R. Shut up, Zam. That's actually pretty funny, though. Might use that for memes later. Hydrate or die straight. All right, we're sending Vix a pick. 1 second. Keep the meme going. She loves it. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty funny. Because at first I was a little worried, like, what would Twitch think? And then I'm like, wait, Twitch doesn't really give a shit about me, so doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we still have a lot of machine gun fire up there. Oh my gosh. Ah, that's funny, Patches. Yeah, I didn't really tell people I wouldn't be doing POG tonight, though, so it's understandable. Hourly posture check. I'm sitting fine. I ain't no shrimp. Look at all the smokes these guys have immediately popped up. Are you not firing randomly at the smoke? Ooh, they're getting jittery. Oh, you only got Joda down there. Was it a 10-minute safe start? It might have been a 10-minute safe start. We'll know in 30 seconds. It definitely wasn't an 8, because otherwise it would have been calculated by now. But Blue 4 just hasn't really been able to do any proper encircling. Op 4 has been really mobile, despite staying in 2 groups. Yeah, don't worry about it, Zam. You'll find out one day. So we got a chem light being thrown out over here. I don't really know what Blue 4 can do here, though, because if they keep staying grouped up like this, eventually Op 4 is going to counter with a mortar. Look at this over here, though. Op 4 dismounted a group and are actually cleaning up Squadron 4 here. Lemur does not realize he's being engaged here, but holy crap, Roderick cannot line the shot up.
Contact. One contact.
Hi, Vix. Yes, you were summoned. Sam, you remember CCO, right? 7? Which I sometimes call CCO 6 on accident. That's where Vix and I met. In the fires of that hell. I'm literally just going to call it a hell, because saying it was anything but would be understating it.
So.
Vix, mistress of hydration. Good fucking god. Y'all and your memes. I don't like water, because now Bloodwind, if she's in earshot, catches wind of you guys hydrating me, I get waterboarded. And Vix only cheers her on, which is worse. Alright, so Blue 4 up here on the northern side. Still staying up there, but they got the dingoes on standby. You got this other infantry group over here. All the forces that were on the left flank for Blue 4 are folded in. You got Lolo sticking to the forest right here.
They were very scrappy.
Aye, aye, aye. Well, because I don't always drink alcohol, Jackal, because when I drink alcohol on stream, then things get a little messy. In the sense that I can't even English right at that point. And I can't give you guys the quality content that you deserve. Why are you rushing with the dingoes? What are you doing? Not the what? Oh my god. Oh my god. No fucking way. Depso doesn't notice in the gunfire. No. No. There's the, oh, it was the 45-minute mark. My bad. So it was an 8-minute safe start. I thought it was 40. Joda's now picking people off. What are you... Oh. They both have 5.56 rifles. Oh, that's providing a shield for his face, though! Because it has a hitbox! God damn it, Vix. And he's getting shot at from his friendlies all the way over here, but look at him go! Look at Joda go! Chill! A smoke round landing next to him. He's now running out, but he's taking friendly fire from NASA. Joda! Oh my god! This man has just done so much disruption up here. That's freaking amazing. Use the force, Joda. Fuck. That was great. Literally the right place at the right time, and now Blue Force still shooting at this position over here, but they've otherwise pushed back. Look at that, and then their infantry support up here just stayed up here. Blue Force a mess. Blue Force an honest-to-God mess, and this dude is still standing. This thing took an AT hit, and it's still getting away. Ezio's finally in the AO as well. His kill count's only 1, but we saw him get another kill with a grenade, so it might not have counted because fragmentation kills don't get added to your score. And then he also picked people off. He knocked Kratz unconscious. I think he knocked the guy in here unconscious as well, but at the same time he was firing, it took AT. So he potentially got like 4 or 5 kills here. That was a messy engagement. Oh my god, no. This is Blue Fort Ground Command. Well, let's look at their numbers real quick. Look at all these skulls here and there, but they're down to... Oh, that's a mess. And then OFCRA only have like a handful of skulls around. He's got the suppressor too. Oh my god. Good night. Sleep tight. Oh my god, no! Oh! Oh my god. Shut up, Sam. Well, that happened. When you're trying to be stealthy, but you weren't stealthy enough. Good god. Oh. Is he okay? He only got knocked uncon, so he could technically get pulled out of there and revived. Granted, his pants are missing. Oh, with the bulge, like, oh, he's back!
I'm back up.
Excellent!
I'm back up.
We totally weren't about to talk about your penis, by the way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So the rest of Blue Force still up there. I think Joda... Oh no, where's Joda? Is he okay? Oh, he's... What the heck are you... Okay, no, he's pulling away. All right. I thought, based off the map, I thought he moved up on the right. But no, OFCRA just winning these early engagements here, and it's really worrisome. Got a Blue 4 group right here just driving down. You know, it's nice. This truck is fully sealed, so you could theoretically, like, hide a bunch of people in it. Oh my god. Oh, shut up, Zam. Just bonk him. Just keep giving him the damn bonk emote. You know, I literally made the bonk emote for Zam and Barbarian in mind, alright? So every time you bonk either of them, you're doing God's work.
Great. It was a squad of 4.
I'm a little worried about Blue 4 guys, because every time they've tried something, they've only tried it with a small force. And they just haven't been effective in utilizing their forces together here. I know, that's why we're bonking them, Zam. Bonking him, Vix. Fuck me. I can't even... We're bonking Zam. Just, that's the goal here. We're bonking. Alright? There's another hydrate. Good God. So again, I just did. I just did. Yes, Bluck, because there's a very special thing I have to keep track of in the campaign, and we'll have an announcement about that soon. But I've been briefed on what my job will be, and it's going to be a really fun job. I don't think Blue 4... Look at this map, and you tell me. Op 4's in 2 groups of forces here. Blue 4 is divided all around right now. We just saw Blue 4 try to coordinate a few attacks, and they weren't successful. Blue 4, the skull count's low, but that's because people have been disconnecting. We have all the way down to here at this point, so there's literally 1 extra squad. Meanwhile, you look at Op 4, and we're down to... Like, they still have their full 3 groups. They've only taken a casualty here and there. So, Blue 4, I would say, is at about 20% casualties at the moment, if not slightly more to 25. And Op 4 has only been at 5%. And I skip... No, trust me, I don't skip them. I watch them. I've got this activity window now on OBS that tells me if I miss a hydrate. You guys have been hitting it like every 5 minutes when it comes back. So don't worry. Mathematically, you've been doing okay. Andy's channel is down? Oh. No, Zam, that's not good. For real? Is his Twitch channel down? Because Andy, he's a great guy. We used to have a channel in the Discord where we'd ping him every 24 hours as a meme, and he was totally okay with it, but Discord thought we were just harassing him, which he even went to say we weren't, but that's a story in and of itself as well, but we had to get rid of it. Oh, Andy's Discord channel? Okay, okay, yes. Thank you, Zam. You gotta clarify, not his Twitch. Okay. I was about to shoot him a DM and say, hey, bro, you okay? Don't do that to me. Yeah, I posted. Did I post the email that Discord sent me about it? Because it was like the dumbest freaking... They didn't even say what it was for. I had to go and ask a Discord staff member who I couldn't even get a hold of. I had to ask a buddy of mine who knew how to get a hold of them so they would check and then tell me what the reason was. And I'm like, that is the most bullshit reason I've ever seen. Oh my god, Zam, shut up. Yeah, Patch has also lost an account before. Alright, Vix, thanks for dropping by. Hopefully work doesn't kill ya. Account number 3, let's go! It's funny, I know y'all don't want Vix to disappear, but we gotta let people get back to their jobs. I've also been neglecting mine over the past few weeks, admittedly, but we will get back on track starting Sunday night. Because a lot of cool things get set in motion next week. I'm excited. Hey guys, you want to help me keep a secret? All right? There, hypothetically, there might be a meeting between me and a few Arma 3 community managers next week. All right? Yeah? Hypothetically. Hypothetically, guys. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, it's exciting. It's exciting. And that's not the only cool thing that's happening, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff. I've been saying it. A lot of cool stuff coming out. Completely hypothetical. Oh, definitely. Definitely. All right? Hypothetically. All right, so Blue 4 is going to be holding 1 squad on Mount Tumbleton as Op 4 is already prepping their counterattacks. They've also sent some forces up here, and I am impressed they've also set the mortar up right here, but it's in the low ground, which might get engaged. We see some smokes out right here as these vehicles move up. All right, bye, Vix. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, Greek, we know. However, I'm not talking about it because I've been told every channel that is streaming right now is talking about it, and I honestly don't have anything to say other than it sucks. But it's a topic I'm completely neutral about because I wasn't really invested at all, you know? So instead, we're going to hydrate. And these guys, I think, just reported they were taking mortar fire. Mortar fire. Whoa. Shut up, Zam. These guys are pulling back to a fortified position. Oh my god, Patch, just shut up. I know you would do it just to freaking do it. See, that's the fun thing. With some of you guys that have been here for a while, I know when some of y'all are joking, and I know when to just stare at you and go, yeah, of course. And then, you know, the newer guys I'm nicer on. But some of y'all are goobers. Alright, so Blue 4 is sending these vehicles down. Op 4 is just going to capitalize on taking these 2 objectives. Now, here's the thing. At that point, if Op 4 takes both of these objectives, they'll be at 10 points. Which means Blue 4 has no way to win. Hypothetically speaking. So, Tumbleton's going to be incredibly important because Blue 4 needs to at least win that objective to potentially tie the game. Because at that point, Blue 4 is only going to be able to score 6 points. 4 between the final objective at Stanley, and then 2 points for the match bonus. But that also means by the time we get to Stanley, Blue 4 is going to play this incredibly loosey-goosey, and we're just going to see a lot of slaughtering PvP. And yes, Blue 4's commander is dead as well, which means they're not going to be able to coordinate properly at the squad level, but we also weren't really seeing that good of coordination at the squad level here. Adamek, hey, buddy, were you on Blue 4? You're mad at your guys? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Brewer died. Oh, that sucks. He was pretty good. So Adamek was in this match, by the way. Looking at the normal vision here. They're throwing some grenades down. I'd expect to see Op 4 send this group up and potentially flank this position. You got some blind fire going. These are a lot of new people, too. I mean, these are FNF and TSV players here. Ready to see my boys get slaughtered? Ooh, regrouping took 20 minutes. I'm sorry, Adamek. Alright, so I'm waiting for that flanking action to happen. Otherwise, Op 4 is still pushing up here. Got some machine gun fire being put out as they're harassing this high-end position. I'm going to be honest. I think Blue 4's biggest weakness here has been they just haven't really been in good positions to support each other as they've deployed. That's going to be a Hunt IR round. No, a flare round. Okay, interesting call there. Patch, what the hell are you talking about? Ooh, great cutout here from Seismo. Wasn't able to land the killing blow on Aja, though. And now we're going to start seeing these forces come up. I'm going to keep seeing the maneuver here. Who's leading the charge? Noobass. Oh, buddy, you are in the open, but these are some pretty good players here as well. Oh. I swear to God, guys. Stop talking about Lich Queen harem, or Lich King harems, all right? That's a new one for this channel. I've never seen you guys go into the territory of Lich King harems, but let's stop. Why don't we stop? Did you? You did not. No. He didn't. Okay. Just making sure he didn't just blow himself up with an AT-4. Ooh, good shot right there. Got some mortars landing like right in front of where Op 4 was pushing.
Do you see him over?
Now you hear them calling things out. Ooh, that landed. Ah, it was a little short, unfortunately. Oh. Suppressed shots knocked out one guy. Just saw someone else get taken out. Ay, ay, ay. Another hydrate. These guys are just getting slaughtered. I mean, when I just drink a water, don't worry. But with the amount of OPFOR coming up, there's all this forested area here. You got Zicky coming around on their rear. He's gotten 2 kills and he's staying in smoke. Oh, he's the suppressed one too. Blue 4 have no idea they're being flanked like this. Oh, this is just going to be a killing ground for Zicky. He's one of the people that pulls shit like this all the time, and he constantly is able to get away with it. Oh, but the hitboxes of the trench stopped him that time. That grenade, oh, just rolling into the right position. Kills the knocked out guy. More grenades going, they're just short. That's Zicky's 3rd kill. And Blue 4's down to 2. Last stand of the SAS as the Canadian tidal wave comes up, eh? Oh, some more shots landing on Seismo. He doesn't realize he's being shot from the rear. Oh, and someone trying to push up. That was Olaf trying to push on Zicky there. He gets shot and knocked out by TK Llama. GL's coming up. Double tap's going. That light's been knocked out. My points are gone. Yeah, I'd say at this point Blue 4's in trouble. Because they don't have anything. They might send some counterattacks up here. Zicky's going aggressive. Olaf's trying to pull back here. And he gets shot a few more times, and he's down. Actually, no, this is Olaf, who wakes back up. Icaster cursed him awake. Icaster, fuck. What's the opposite of curse? Oh! Explosives going off. Don't know what that was about. Can Olaf one-man clutch this? That was Seismo over there that Zicky took out. What's the opposite of a caster curse, guys? Caster blessed. I like it. Yes, I caster blessed Olaf, and he woke back up. Oh, that's brilliant. OPFOR now charging this position. Now, to the guy that asked if this was Goose Green, or not Goose Green, excuse me, Falklands, this feels a little more Falklands-ish. It's the Highlands, technically, but you get my point. There's just a few extra trees that shouldn't be there. So that was a truck being deaded. Olaf is now on a one-man mission as QRF is slow to come up to his position. You got a bunch of dudes in a truck down there. But we need to see some coordination. All right, so at the 80-minute mark, which would be what, the hour 20? Yeah, so in 8.5 minutes, the next groups of points are going to be tallied. But I think it's GG. Olaf, no! No, I was hyping you up! Jesus Christ. Well, I tried to bless him. I tried. His body did the whole, like, you know, somersault in the air thing. Yeah. Anyway. Blue 4 is just in a bunch of isolated groups here, and they're just getting picked off by superior forces. And we're seeing an OPFOR smoke charge. Which, granted, these are usually dumb ideas, but because OPFOR have the superior numbers, they have vehicle support with them for a machine gun to keep firing and suppressing the enemy positions. It's a slaughter. Guys, we all know how this is going to go. The Canadians have finally stopped apologizing for their actions, and now they're whipping the shit out of British SAS. Unless we're going to see the counterattack of all counterattacks. Hold on. Tumen, you have to do it without the face in front of it for the commands to work, buddy. But thank you for dropping by. Someone want to run the OFCRA command for him? Oh my god. No!
Le camion à l'est de Salier?
Is he asking if that's friendly?
Nord, nord, au nord, au nord. Il y a un camion au nord. Camion au nord à 100 mètres.
Yeah, they're calling it north. Oh my
Je peux
god.
allumer parce que là c'est 500 mètres. Hein.
What in the miscoordination?
Il est à 100 mètres, j'ai visuel sur lui là. Il est à 100 mètres entre deux arbres.
That's French.
Il y a de l'infanterie qui sort, je les allume.
How do you get ambushed by French people? It's the French Canadians, man. They ain't fucking around anymore. What are you saying?
Hostia.
Oh. Anyone dead?
Vámonos, vámonos.
Vámonos, boys.
Para atrás. Corre.
That GL's gonna be lawn. Way lawn. Oh my god, the French. I mean, granted, when you drive right into them, I'm not surprised. Blue Force trying to counterattack over here. 1 second. Coming right up to the line as some chuckleheads are looting. At least this has relieved half of the attack. The other half has gone down there, but now you're seeing this massive counterattack here. And then these guys over here are trying to fire from all the way back there, but their tracers aren't landing anywhere close. Oh my god. Op 4, you shouldn't be skylighting, but throwing grenades downhill would be a really good idea. Oh, look left. Oh, look at that. They're just covered by the stuff there. Spanish SAS, what a word. What a world, my bad. Meanwhile, you got Vexen right here, playing short change hero. It wasn't enough change. Wasn't enough change there. So you got this other group over here that didn't push up to support the other... Oh, God. What are you doing? He's yelling, sorry. My bad. You shot 6-or. Oh my god. I'm sorry to hear that, Ivno. It's a mess, buddy. Oh, well, someone died. Oh, the Bulldog's coming around to cut him off. It's shooting the wheels out to make sure they can't get away. There again. Ooh, gets the great shot. $20 minutes remaining. That should have calculated these two objectives here. But by now, I think OFCRA's won, technically. However, the French are having their counterattack here get countered. And it's getting a little messy for them. Got this other Blue 4 group staying on the edge right here. A lot more OFCRA guys are in that zone. Let's see if this fight picks up. Oh, they're running in the open.
It's okay. It's okay.
Looks like they're apologizing to each other, though. That's good. So 6 was brought back up. Royd was able to give him an apology. All right. Look at that. They made up.
I heard the suppressed weapon, so...
Now kiss. Anyway. So I think they're pushing through the open ground. That might be a little risky, but...
I'm going to drive.
The crew's mounting back up in the Bulldog up here. It's crazy how you go invisible when you duck into the grass like that. The Bulldog is... Wow. All right, the gunner died because they drove right in the middle of everyone. Driver's still up, though. He's going to try to get away. Got some suppressive fire coming out here. Looks like Blue 4 tried to engage Red Support 1. Another hydrate.
Mrtwy. Ziki mrtwy.
Ilbonek.
Yep.
Do you want to take attack along with boys here too?
I think we'll just rush it and attack it.
You know, are these tack along with boys? I'm pretty sure I saw Ziki over there.
Ziki is here, lying on the ground like a little bit because he's dead.
Ziki's over here, lying down on the... Damn, Ilvanek!
Howdy.
Damn, the disrespect!
I'm pretty sure he is a bot.
AI.
Okay, so...
Oh!
Get all your boys loaded up in the APC.
Oh my god! The fucking disrespect! That's funny. Meanwhile, the SAS are still climbing around over here.
Zapytaj się, czy ktoś z naszych nie siedzi w
You
pojeździe.
see his cigarette! You saw that little red light right there, right? That was his fucking cigarette! These guys have no idea that they're literally within 10 meters of the damn enemy. Yeah, so TK Llama, he's looted a suppressor. Yeah, so our guys are in a Vic. That's cute. Dubas on a spotlight. Oh, the fucking Chad. Yeah, now they're hitting this position, so they've slowed down. But these guys could do a lot of damage from the rear, but they're crawling through the open instead. Oh my god, Justy. Maybe. Maybe when I get back for the memes. Did the Bulldog down there blow up, or was that the transport truck? That was a transport truck. Ooh! What in the Willy Pete? Oh, that Vic just got hit. Oh my god. Is no one looking right? Oh, this is a failure.
10 seconds.
Yes, we're gonna go get JPC.
8.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy fucking shit, the stealth. I believe it too. This is SAS level bullshit right here. No, they're not gonna shoot, because if they shoot, they're fucking dead. All right, this is that Captain McTavish and Price level. Soap and Price, that's it. This is that Soap and Price level bullshit in Chernobyl. All right. This is that level of bullshit. I think they're out of AT though, because they used it on the one Bulldog. my fucking god. No, you had to have seen that turned out. No fucking way. Who's this? Fucking Ezio. Shoot Ezio, please. Just pick him off. He didn't mount up. Oh. Pretty sure he's an AI though. That's what they were talking about earlier, but wow. Stealth. 100. They got 6-or back here. Doing God knows what in this tree. Usually when I pull that in a PvP op, it means I got my pants down and I'm doing what they call a combat jerk, but I digress. And you still got this damn position right here being attacked. Squadron 2's pushed forward. These forces are mounting up and they're going to go hit Stanley, but all of the remaining Blue 4 guys are over here. Pokey with another hydrate. Yeah, they're doing it exactly on cooldown. That's their one job.
Mais oui, il y a un fantôme.
Alright, so they are getting some pickoffs, though. We just saw this guy get headshotted. Ezio. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ezio. Wait a minute. Guys. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Don't you hate it when Arma gets a little sussy here? Oh well. I'm not gonna question why there's 2 Ezios. Fucking clones. It's a Star Wars. Canadian clones. That's what they've done. They've cloned all their best soldiers to make an army, and that's how they're kicking British SAS's ass.
Merci mec. Y'a pas des mecs qui sont là pour récupérer les chargeurs?
Non, c'est que les ennemis. Non, je vais aller voir un peu ce qui se passe dans le truc là.
You see them hitting who they can here. So medics run over and starting to work on him. That's Dennis. Dennis the medics. Stupid wordplay. And meanwhile, you got this bulldog over here with just a few people. I think they're hiding in it, though. In a ditch. And you got the remaining Blue 4 guys all kind of on this ridge partially here. Round will be ending in 12 minutes. So I think all these guys are just going around this Blue 4 group. They're going to have a boring time for the rest of this. But that's also cut off the remains of Op 4 here so that Blue 4 have that number advantage and could potentially come down and counterattack.
It's 350th range, 350. The slight right wind.
I forget, that's Cheeseburger's voice. He has a really nice voice. That's the voice I'd want to whisper in my ear, man.
Okay, so we just have...
Just to hear about everything. Well, I don't see the Jackals in play right now, so clear... No, the Jackals got left on the attack up here. They got hit with AT-4s.
Let's focus.
So I do appreciate the suppression going out right here. That's making these guys duck down. This is nice, though, to be able to hear what they say nowadays, right? So I do a little less talking. And we get to hear them out. Yaska Keeper looks like he got engaged over here. You also got Aja down over here. He finally wasn't able to push on his own here. But I mean, this is literally open terrain, so I'm not surprised with that one bit. Are they laughing that he pushed on his own too? Oh my god.
ils arrivent du sud-est.
Sud-est.
C'est bon, là, les feux, ils sont en contact de nous.
Comment ça, t'es trop
Hello
long pour
guys,
être
hello guys,
soigné?
hello guys.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, okay, formateďte se na northwest, najděte si pozičku a hrajte cílem.
Sali, ils viennent de rentrer.
There's literally 5 squads of Bulldogs going to the final objective.
Be careful.
So yeah, Blue 4's winning this battle, but I don't think they're going to win the war here. Actually, we already know they've lost the war because, Because points-wise, Op4 has 10 out of the 16 points right now. So Blue 4 can only get 6 total. Bulldog Blitz, let's go. This was nice. It was a little slow. We had some nice bits of action. Some silly things happened, but, you know, it's okay.
Attends, je vais prendre la G.
Le pire, je vais voir Case, moi.
Oh.
Yes.
In direction on my laser, 5 men, 5 men.
Non, non,
One
non,
on
voilà,
top.
et voilà.
Nice, tam míří ty zraky, tam jde můj laser, bude překlazit, stejte po něm, no tak, pojď.
Cole, you gotta get back, buddy. They're trying to kill you. This might be the last fight, though. All things considered, you do have Sixor up here. Got Leziak and I'm not even gonna try. Andrej. Yeah. So Op4 is just gonna go take Stanley, and I think that's gonna be it after those Op4 guys pull back.
Because like...
Patches, those Vics are from, I think, 3CB. Not 3CB factions, though, like the actual 3CB mods, which is British stuff.
What is low?
I think we need to push north to secure the Mount Double Down, and after we see.
Normalement, c'est des lumières, mais...
Yes,
I could be.
Bah, c'est ce que je viens
On
de faire.
power
Là, tu vois
position,
une balisée hier.
north of your position. Do you see the power marker?
Non, mais c'est un putain de leurre.
One snipe, 2 dead. Yeah, right? I do appreciate how they're trying to push this position, but there's not really a good way for them to do that other than going low and then coming around. Otherwise, they're going to push through smoke and get knocked out, just like what happened to Pogo underscore there. GL's starting to land close. Sixor, meanwhile, he found one of the remaining dudes. There's just one more guy. Oh, he saw him. He totally fucking saw him. And he gets the headshot. Sixor on 4 kills. Holding from those remaining Blue 4 stragglers. We still have this guy over here knocked out. That is Deska Keeper. I think I called him out earlier. He is not going to wake back up. If no... That's a Bloodwing question. We do have a guest bed. I occasionally have people over. But to adopt, you're gonna have to be house trained, buddy, and I think that's a deal breaker for you. I'm joking. Oh my god, they actually got him. Was that Ko? Did he refuse to get off that damn hill? Yes, it was. Yeah, he refused to get off this hill, and he just got taken out. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to... Ooh. Sorry you have to deal with that, man. You have to get used to them getting smacked by tentacle dildos. I don't have any tentacle dildos, but it is something I need to invest in. Like, actually, that's something. Yeah. Alright, I need to put all that aside for a second. Anyway. Yeah, so Op4 is on Stanley House. I mean, it's pretty much GG. We have the dragon dildos. We don't have any tentacles, but something we got to get into.
Non, je vais faire la technique bordée pour voir si c'est resté ainsi pendant ça va.
Haha, Liru gets hit with Strange Painter. It's happened on stream. By the way, next Pay for Pain is going to be on the 17th. When I get back, we're going to start making a few announcements for it. If you want Bloodwing in the Nekopara Coconut Maid outfit, and if you want Bloodwing to hit me with Dragon Dildos, that will be an option. Oh my god. Baku's rallying his men, I guess, as Blue 4 move to counterattack. And I think this is pretty much GG. Round will be over in 4 minutes. Next Pay for Pain, you can literally just kill me. Oh my god. I'm talking full... Hold on. I'm talking full-on watermelon between the thighs level carnage. I want it to get embarrassing. Unsanitary, too. I want you to call me your little pee-pee. I can't keep it in line. All right, I'm sorry. There is a recording on my Discord where I did the full thing with Bloodwing. And it took us like 3 or 4 tries to get it right because we kept laughing our asses off. We posted that in the Post Anything channel like over a month ago, give or take. Yeah, it was funny. Cowboy Bebop memes. Yep. Because here's the thing, when I'm laying in bed, my vocal cords get, what would be the term? I think, shorter? No, longer. My voice gets deeper. And I kind of like it because it doesn't sound like this little shitty voice that I got, but, you know, something I'm self-conscious about. They relax, I guess would be the proper term, so my voice gets deeper, and it's quite nice. Not as good as Ezio getting picked off right there, though. How's his clone? Is his clone okay? I don't see his clone anywhere either, so...
Grenade,
Grenade!
Gaffe sur nous.
That's funny. That's another one. Oh, but they got a great one on someone's ass! Oh, and it gets them both! Both Ezios appear to be dead. Okay, that's frickin' strobe. Oh my god! And then he got... Oh god! Holy shit! Oh!
Wait, what?
Oh, Dennis, the menace! He's back!
Éole est mort, je pense. Ouais, Éole est mort.
Hug that little bit of cover in that open hell, boys.
Ah, mais il a plus de
You got 1.5 minutes to rock it.
Ah, le type, quoi. T'es blessé, mec?
So I think at this point, let's see. Blue 4 is going to get no points. Op 4 is going to get 14 points. Because Blue 4 is not down to 5 or less. Granted, they got this massive wave of reinforcements coming in, but I don't think it's going to make it, guys. That was a stock goat sound, and I recognize it from fucking... No, that was a stock sheep sound. From Warcraft 3. Oh, Dennis the Menace! Keep your head down, Dennis! No! Avenge Dennis!
Par derrière, par derrière.
A lot of Blue 4 coming up. It's the remainder of the SAS. Round will be over in 30 minutes, and then I gotta pretty much put clothes on and get ready to leave. Because I'll be at the Kalahari in 4 or 5 hours.
Yes, yes.
I know, Ezio, but I'm gonna cover the next one next week, but this one I gotta wrap up so I can start touching getting ready to go. Yep, 14 points to 0 points, 12 to 33 remaining. And again, I think the major issue was Blue 4 just didn't coordinate properly, and then their ground commander died, and then they just lost the ability to properly coordinate. Oh, man. Oh, well. All right, guys, the SAS did get smacked that round. I'm going to pay out to Op4. We will be back Sunday, late night, probably like 2 a.m. It depends how long I'm going to stay up chilling with a friend of mine. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. If you need me, just shoot me a Discord message. I'll get back to you because I'm going to be getting plastered at a anime con. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one, and go operate operationally.